A very big welcome back to the next of our indie gaming adventures as we take a stop at Gourd. As you can no doubt guess from the Genericon metal font style, things are gonna get a little bit dark. I seriously mean that, so if you're of a weak disposition, here is your warning. When I was trying this out for the first time, I sacrificed a child to the god of plagues. What can I say? I'm a sucker for Nurgle. But the point stands, you have been warned. But before we get into seeing all of that, just what is Gourd? Well, it is a little bit of a mix between a settlement builder and a real-time strategy game. We will be going forth and building a small settlement with a mighty palisade wall around it, which has a really cool system set up for how you actually build that. More importantly, we're going to be adventuring, going forth into the unknown, beating some legendary and mythical characters, and for today, attempting to kill them. And as such, we're going to be starting off a campaign, going through some of the tutorials so we can see some of those features, before then skipping forward to much later on in the scenarios and come across a rather important event. So if you're into your settlement builders and your dark myths and mythology, there's not much more to say, except game on.
Over the years, Calanthea grew under my rule. My campaign to unite the South is almost over. As we speak, my son is directing our army against the remaining forces of the Southern Resistance. Once we're done there, we shall take the North. It's filled with all sorts of vile creatures, but also rich in the gold that I need. Only a few barbaric tribes are desperate enough to inhabit these lands. As my steward, you will have one of them at your disposal. The Tribe of the Dawn. Secure the Golden Route before our army arrives. My emissary Edwin will watch your progress. Fail me, and you will face a fate much worse than any of the savages you've ever fought before.
The Tribe of the Dawn was always a humble community of Dabo worshippers. Their elder, Bogdan, is neither a warrior nor a strategist. When the Calanthians came with their threats and promises, they had no choice but to obey. They agreed to guide them through the Lazatian forests, hoping for peace and survival.
Here we are, steward. No wonder our king chose you for this mission. You're more than worthy of this disgusting land. Are you sure we're in the right place? Where is that meek old coward who calls himself a
Welcome, my lord. I am Bogdan, elder of the Tribe of the Dawn. I will guide you through the Lasatian woods. But, if I may, where are your warriors?
The king's forces will come when the time is right. Until then, we are your new masters.
As pledged, my lord. My tribe will follow the orders of the king's steward. They are your people now. I trust you will take good care of them.
We will, if they do their work. Did they find a place to set up camp?
Yes, sir. Our scouts have found a good spot for our first Gourd. A nearby pond should provide enough reeds and food to start a small settlement.
Excellent, the time to appease young Nick Frost has begun. Let's go over some of our controls very quickly. WASD, move the camera around. EQ, zoom in, zoom out.
My lord, please order our subjects to move. We should follow our scouts' footsteps. We are not safe here.
Yes, traveling directly towards where everyone died is always the best solution. Let's gather them up. Select our subject, select individuals, Vitos. That dude. Rang... I give up on these names already. We have some peoples. Let us send them forth. Select them all. I'm just going to quickly move you all the way over hither. I do wish there was a run command or a, I don't know, speed the hell up command. Thankfully, we can at least speed up the time. And we're probably going to do that for the rest of this tutorial intro section.
Scouts. There isn't much for us to bury, but it seems like one got away. With Dabo's help, he'll find his way back to us.
All glory, Dabo. I don't know why it just made me think of 40k then. I think there's something orky about this. The orky ways are coming through. Gork and Mork. They shall lead us. We shall be mighty. Or Sneaksy. Or Sneaksy and Mighty. Or Mighty and Sneaksy. You never quite know with those guys. Right, we're leaving it to our flipping blacksmith. Hot darn. Beastly. On that note, we will go ahead and give them a bit of health. So these red flowers will grant us some health. Whereas if we see any gold ones, I don't think you get them in this mission. But those will regain our insanity. Or sanity. Shut up.
Sir, we've reached the pond our scouts told us about. It is indeed a fine location for a gourd. We have access to water, reeds, and other resources here. But first, let's build a palisade. These wooden walls will be the main defense of our new settlement.
Right, I actually really like this setup. So for starters, we can have our resources up top. Initial level stuff will go over here from wood and reeds, food for our peoples, then gold in order to buy those books, military structures, as well as clay and iron for later on. But what I absolutely adore is the way you set up your settlement, your Gourd. Essentially, all we're going to do is go into our menu. Here we are. Building progress. Marvelous. Go into our menu, and then we get to literally design how we want this to look. Now, I should note, we do want to be hitting these reeds over by the pond, so I'm going to shuffle... Ooh, if I can get it to. There we go. Good on ya. Right, I'm going to shuffle over this gate. I'm actually going to move it a little bit closer just so we can get a bit of a better eye. Oh, you would. Right, I'm going to shuffle you around a touch. Am I too close to the pond? No, it's just too large in general. Right, I'm going to shrink these sides. There we go. Right, so that gives us good access to these reeds, trees in abundance. Look, I love it. It's just this nice and simple way to set out the entire perimeter of your settlement, rather than messing around and building individually each part of the wall. City of Gora. Marvelous. Marvelous indeed. Go forth, my peasants. Build up my mighty palisade. Though I'm not going to deny, I do always wish in these games you could do a proper ditch and mound. Something just
the palisade will keep us safe.
Now,
we need to think of how to make use of
although
the
I will let them
resources
off
we
for
have.
having fully voiced narration. I have
Hold
spent
on,
too
old
long lately
fool.
reading through dialogue.
This is
Like,
just
I
a
just,
minor stop on our way
it's
to the
appreciated.
Cartographer.
It's a little thing, but it's
He's
genuinely
waiting for us with
appreciated.
instructions on how
Particularly
to
when
reach
you're
the
struggling
gold.
to talk.
I don't want to
And I
grow
am not
roots
going to
in
deny,
this
I have been
dump.
abusing the hell out of menus and pause screens. You may have noticed from
My lord,
these videos,
I promise
it's a
we
lot
will
of
move
weird
on
cuts.
as soon as
That's
we
just
have
me
fortified
coughing,
current position.
okay?
For now,
I'm
I
ill.
suggest
I'm doing what I
building
can.
a lumber mill, a forager's hut, and a thatchery.
A lumber mill does sound useful. Fine then. But be quick about it, steward.
We will, my lord, we will. Yes, master. Go forth, my little minions. Build up quickly, excellent. We're going as fast as we can. Let's try and blitz through all of this tutorial. We can get a gist of what we're doing, and then we're going to jump over to our second settlement. I think I'll just give us a chance to get into, well, my favorite building. You'll know which one it is. You'll know. Oh, I'm a simple bear. I go forth and collect our wood, for we always need wood. It's stupid, but it is absolutely stupid that in every game we always need bloody wood. I get it, it's a fundamental resource, but why did you have to choose one that's so funny? Marvelous. Quest complete. Let us build a thatchery next to the shrubbery. Oh god, I wish we could build a shrubbery. Same panic. We're not going to get any kind of blacksmith anytime soon, so you might as well go do something useful. Go collect forth the reeds. That is a lot of frogs. My days. Was this a French village? God damn. Quick, someone get a pot. Actually, don't. I freaking hate frogs. They're horrible. They're bloody horrible. Frogs and snails. Jeez, I mean, I'll eat ants. I've said this many times before, but I will eat ants. They really aren't that bad. And eggs, now you've got some issues. I'm not following along with this. But frogs, dude, go find a bloody chicken. Go get something decent to eat. Maybe that's why they drink so much wine.
I suppose
deal with the bloody food.
People are used to starvation, but I am not. Steward, order these peasants to bring me some food.
Sire, if I may, our people had some rations saved, but we will run out soon. We really need to start gathering food.
And on the note of food, let's go get some lunchy munchies. Right, we need a forager. Yay, I freaking hate mushrooms. That's their magic. Oh, come on. Spin round. Spin, Daniel. Aye, there we go. Yep, Q and E does allow us to manually control. Does allow us to manually control the placement and rotation of our buildings. What can I say? I am lazy. I have pretty much just relied on the auto mapping so far.
Our Gourd is developing.
But if you want to do something fancy, the option is there. As well as, of course, currently we are using auto gathering. So these guys are just going around where they automatically are told to do so. There's an abundance here of trees, so this is where they've trapped. But you can manually control. You can either select the area, making it big or small, or you can select the person themselves and go ahead and tell them, hey, cut this tree. I don't know why you would. It's kind of pointless and a little bit janky right now. I'm not going to deny, as you can see, he's still cutting the same tree. Not to mention, you'll have times when it's set to auto and they don't actually do anything, so you have to manually set it, then go back. And if you're going to do that, I'd recommend doing it from here. And then once they are set about gathering, just click it again, left click, turn it into auto. But yeah, it's still a little bit janky. They haven't quite smoothed everything out. They're getting there. They're getting there. The base game works, so I can't complain too much. Particularly as setting up... There you go. Go gather some food. Setting up your camp isn't the main part of the game. It's enjoyable, the basics are there, jank and all. But really it's going to be dealing with our enemies and trying to appease the gods and myths and legends that we come across. That's going to be what actually keeps you coming back for Gourd. And so upon that note, let's enjoy the final building of this Gourd before pressing on.
Our scouts can provide light to everyone venturing outside of the palisade, but I would recommend to build both a meadery and scouts tower.
Yes, yes. But let's start with the meadery, shall we?
I concur. Full bloody heartedly. Right, sanity is in. Let the meadery be built. So running around, you're going to find corpses on the floor and other dastardly, ghoulish things, which will eventually drive you all insane. It's a lovely world, we swear to God. We swears. We swears. And as such, you do need to basically find ways to relax, ways to keep your characters motivated and keep them going. And what better way to do that? The King of Beer. Nick Frost. Legend. But upon this, let's call it for this settlement. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, and I'll catch you all at the end as we move on to our next settlement and start getting into a little bit more of the combat. So let's try and regain our sanity a little. Ooh, hot darn, the countdown has begun. You're all about half. Right, you there. Enjoy a nice flagon. Why don't we measure in flagons anymore? How much is a flagon in liters? How much is a flagon in pints, actually? I'll take a horn, though. Meat always tastes better from a horn. Either way, moving on, let's go ahead and sort out some torchlight. I'll catch you all in a wee tick. Well, I was having a little think about it, and actually it's probably a good idea just to quickly show using the scout system, just because, yeah, well, we're not really going to bother with it for the next one. We're just going to go straight to the combat. So, coming over here, let's set up our scout's position. We're going to go 1, and, oh, bugger, I pressed something I shouldn't have. Right, let's get rid of that and try that again. 1, a 2. Right there. There we go. And a 3. So they're going to move through this patrol. Let's tell them to go ahead. And what this will do is making sure that there's plenty of light for the people while they're working. So they hopefully should maintain their sanity. Just click over here. We've regenerated a fair chunk of banana. That dude. Yeah, whatever. Just whatever, dude. Right, he's feeling better. He's feeling happy about the world. That's all that's important. And we're currently saving up for the Barlier. The Barlier is where we'll be healing up our wounds. It's like a lovely, lovely bath. Look at that. What a lovely bath. That's exactly how that works. So let's go and build this, and that's pretty much the end of this settlement. We'll just go and see where the scouts got to. We just have to run over hither somewhere, or thither. So once more until then, catch you in a tick.
Familiar tracks. We should search this area of the forest. Maybe, with Dabo's help, we'll find the scout who fled from the wolves.
We're about to begin the final mission of our area, which means we'll be abandoning this settlement. Let's just drop that bit of wood. Drop your wood. Move along. Let's see what lies and waits for us next. Apart from bloody wolves.
Our brother needs help.
What is he blabbering on about? I can't understand a word.
He claims he was attacked by the wild folk, people of the forest. But they have never attacked us before, unless they were provoked.
Clearly they had a change of heart.
He says they're walking towards the Votinga River, west of here. I fear that they may raid our Gourd.
Our cartographer was supposed to be west of here as well. We cannot lose him. Let's move. No.
The wild folk used to live like wild animals, and although they can be violent, conquest was one of the many human things they despised. Nonetheless, they became more aggressive recently and attacked the tribe of the Dawn's Gourd. I wonder if they are doing this to praise Velis.
And moving along to the next of our scenarios, before we begin, we get to choose who we bring with us. So we have some brand new recruits down here. Each of them afforded some weaknesses and strengths. Nice and fast in the forest. Pacifist. Really? Zealous. Ah, that's a strength. Curious, handyman, incapable of food production. That's not very useful. We have no Kiddlywink so far, so we'll be taking... You know, I don't know if I want to take a pacifist with me. Food cons 2.4. Alright, so they actually don't cost as much, at least in food supply, so I guess that's not bad, but these guys are really strong. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this bugger. Look at that. 6, 3, 9.6 and 4.8. Right, he costs a wee bit in food, but bring it on. Who are you? Norvin. Norvin the Legend. And the battle commence. The settlement be built.
Attacked our Gourd. Hurry now, or there will be nothing left of our home. To arms!
Breached. The enemies have breached our defenses. The palisade section gets destroyed, or if only gets inside, the Gourd is considered breached. While this lasts, our subjects will focus on fighting enemies and won't be able to do really a hell of a lot else. Alright, the game has been paused. We need to rush in. Defend our settlement. Thankfully, they're only on like half health, or even like a third health even. We're coming for you, wild folk. Could you buggers hurry up? Look at this. Destroyed. Everything. Darn. Oh, I cannot wait to have action orders. Somebody does a bit more damage. Mighty battle damage. Yeah, anything's better than these daggers.
Dared to destroy our king's property?
Sire, this is unusual. The wild folk are not our allies, but they were never desperate enough to raid a fortified Gourd. Something's changed.
That doesn't matter, you old fool. They will pay for their insolence.
Of course, sire. But now we need to focus on salvaging whatever's left of our structures. We can repair the damage and clean up the rubble, and reuse whatever we can.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. Gord's gone green, people. Going well. Right, I suppose first off, yeah, we probably should, Are you guys, like, seriously? Why only one of you? The rest of you get in there, damn it. Alright, only one of them is going to be fixing the bloody palisade. Let's set the rest. Yep. Rebuilding these structures, clearing away some of this rubble. We've got quite a bit to clear. Darn, the wildlings. They did not serve as well. Speed it up a touch, because really we are just clearing through, trying to repair everything, trying to get rid of some of this rubble. We shall rebuild and prepare to slay great plague demons. Go on, Benet, go give him a hand. I think we've cleared up everything. Yeah.
Our defenses are up, but we should equip our subjects with proper weapons to better prepare for what awaits us outside of our walls.
Then let us
build
prepare for
our first
battle.
military structure.
Build your first military structure. Build an axe pit. Right, I'm going to cheat a little bit for this. Where's my military? Here we are, axe pit. Oh, we can build an archery range. I really want to build one of them. Right, I think I'm actually going to get some of these archers in. Because, yeah, last time that didn't really come up. Right, we should probably get Mir in here. They're rank 4, which is absolutely awesome. Got 2s. Yeah, I guess, my dear, you do that. Right, I'm gonna send you to go deal with that. Thank you. Bring up the old lumber mill. This is what I was mentioning about it being a bit glitchy. Right, let's do this manually. Send you to go deal with the tree. There, you're gonna go and deal with those thatch, and Elaine, I'm gonna have to send you to go deal with that. Perfect, right, they're all actually doing their jobs. At that point, I can now set this to auto. It is just a little bit buggy, but I mean, that's the little console, so we got the base game down at least. Unassigned workers, let's go create an axe wielder, and what do we need for this? 150.
Let's search for the Cartographer. He was supposed to lay out the best route for the gold transportation, especially across that damn river.
My people have seen this Calanthian a couple of times. Supposedly, he has surrounded himself with traps. Be cautious when you approach his hut.
How to avoid those traps, but it's 150 and 75? Flipping heck. Right, we got 1 spare, 2 scouts and an axeman. I can live with this. I can live with this. Right, you guys collect away. I'm pretty sure... do I want 2... Yeah, go on, we'll have 2 scouts. Why not? I was like, do we want 2 axemen? Do we want 2 scouts? Yeah, probably fine. Hello? Ooh, a wandering teacher. Teach me, fine teacher. What can you give me? Food production experience increased, all for a little bit of gold. Except Alamundo's. Excellent. Who's that? Oh, hello. Right, bring yourselves down here. Don't run all the way around the bloody edge. And we'll go beat up these guys, because they'll probably be coming up for a little bit of a fight. Oh my daisies, it's attacking us through the stones! How dare you! Alright, I'll have to beat them up in a tick. For now, let's grab our Cartographer though.
Keep your people in line. Why did he flee?
The poor soul already suffered so much. Seeing a body mutilated in such a vicious manner, you would think that living here made us indifferent to such views. But it always takes a toll.
Your barbarian minds are weak. And this corpse belongs to yet another of your scouts?
No, sire. Judging from the robe, I believe this is the cartographer you were searching for.
Cursed lands! Ah! Forget him! We need his maps. Search the hut. Search this cage. Search everything!
You heard Nick Frost. Let the afflictions commence. Oh, how terrible. Sir, we found the cartographer's notes in this...
Does it say where to cross the river?
I believe it does, my lord, but the marked route requires crossing the nearby swamps. It's a very difficult and dangerous area.
You dare to question the expertise of a royal cartographer? If he marked it, that's where we're going. Follow the plan, steward. We've wasted enough time.
Oh, we will follow it soon, but for now... Hello, treasure chest. The wolf tooth necklace. Who picked that up? Which one of you did that? Oh, crap. Alright, well, let's grab some of this green, some of these golden leaves, regain a bit of our sanity, since people aren't really enjoying life right now. And, I've completely forgotten how you bring up the individual character menus. Gourd statistics. Excellent. We can view all those glorious statistics. Good for them. Guide, training panel. How... Write your feedback. Right, I'm gonna find this bloody box if it goddamn well kills me. First off, let's build our first group. We're gonna grab our scouts and our axe wielder. We're eventually gonna change over. I think we're just gonna go scouts, archers, and axe wielders, archers, and 1 scout. We are gonna want some kind of flame. Hello. Why are you guys running in the opposite freaking direction? What are you doing, damn it? Right, we'll let those guys catch up together. And yeah, we're going to beat up this guy because I cannot for the life of me remember how you open up the individual info tab. Might have a quick look through the old hotkeys. Give us a sec. Excellent, there we go. Pressing U. Finally found it. Right, let's go into our characters. Vito's. Vito's has the wolf tooth necklace. So you have 3 separate slots in order to upgrade them, as well as information surrounding how good they are at different jobs. Apparently we're not very good at our current job, but yeah, they'll be fine. Fighting experience, we're at, oh god, minus 20. Predisposition, very bad. They'll be fine, they'll improve. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time. For all will serve. Excellent, you're all doomed. Let's go open up this stuff. What do we find? What did we find?
Our source of food has been depleted.
Well, bugger off. It'll be fine. Excellent. We got a new minion, a new axeman, Dione. Marvelous. See, that was exactly worth it. Going forth, venturing. Going forth and slaying. Always a good plan. There's at times like this I remember that Slayer. Some of these I remind myself, Slayer truly is the way. Should we? Oh my days ago, let's check. Oh, it's gold! Oh, that's way better than I thought it was. I was like, shall we go check out the poop? Oh, good god. When you can confuse poo with gold. Or gold with poo. Either way, still sucks. Come here, you nasty critters, buggers. God, I hate spiders. Alright, I'm gonna see what this totem's about. So, totem fighting experience, very good. 1 month, begin additional. Are any of you injured? No, we've actually done pretty good, and then everyone here is still building. Why are you not collecting food? Ooh, what have we found? Ooh, that is a mighty mustache.
Don't just stand there! Help me!
Oh, bugger. Right, we should jump over. What is going on? Minions! Come forth. No one has a mustache that good and fails to fight. Wait, were they fighting each other? I'm very confused as to what was going on there. Incantations. Whisperers can use spells called incantations, which vary in nature. Each use of this divine power costs faith and triggers a cooldown. Oh, there she is. You're just stuck on the floor. Right, that's slightly makes more sense. Using our mighty magic. Am I gonna hit you? I'm gonna hit you. Let them burn.
This is mine.
We'll get you for this.
Oh!
You.
Jesus! D&D just took a back seat. Flipping heck.
Those savages got what they deserved.
Jesus, Nick, have you no
They
mercy?
attacked our
What the
gold,
hell was
killed
that?
our
You like
people.
broke
But
everything.
You are not from around here.
I am not. I've been a traveler since my village got destroyed. People call me Lynx.
Oh, god damn it. Why would you take the name of my favorite animal?
I am Edwin, an emissary of King Isidore II of Calanthea. It seems we share common enemies. What was that thing you just did to these savages.
Forest tricks. You pick them up if you live here long enough. But how come savages are a concern to such fine lords as you? And who are you, old man?
I am Bogdan, elder of the tribe of the Dawn, humble servants of Dabo.
Dabo? The defeated god of the sun.
Watch your tongue, witch. I've lived long enough to recognize forbidden magic when I see it. Helping you is a mistake.
Hold on, old man. Undeniably, our new friend has some skills and a grudge against our enemy. I would suggest we join forces and welcome her into our settlement.
I wouldn't mind a hot bath.
But sir,
You yourself keep reminding us how dangerous these lands are. Well, we could use every pair of hands, especially hands as skilled as these, to deal with those threats until the Calanthian troops arrive, couldn't we?
yes, sire.
Very well then. Let us carry on through those swamps and across the river. There is supposed to be a very nice settlement there.
Are you sure you need to go that way?
Of course we're sure, woman. We're following the map drawn by the royal cartographer. What is the matter?
Well, I think I already got rid of most of the filth on the way here. But beasts, monsters, and wildfolk living in those swamps drained my powers almost completely.
Beasts and monsters and...
Building a temple and assigning somebody to pray in it would help me recover much faster. And believe me, you will find my powers useful in those swamps ahead.
Yes, I believe that we all agree that safety of us, our subjects, is of utmost importance. Let's build this temple of yours first. No one is to enter the swamps before that.
May the gods protect us.
I can take care of that, Elder. You just have some faith.
And so the great exploration begins. Now what we're going to do is we're going to save up and build this temple in order to regain our faith. Dogbird. There's a dogbird barking. Hello. Just ignore the dogbird barking. Right, I'm going to pop this all the way down here. Hello, mighty temple. Actually, kind of amazed we can afford that. Hello! Bugger! They slayed a bunch of people. I wasn't even paying attention. Now I like when these guys get good. And finding the excellent spear. This is what we need to do. We need to run around, basically try and find as much good stuff as we can, because the next step is moving up over sort of this general area and beginning a big old battle. For that, I really do want to be as strong as possible, and that is a lot of heads. Okay. Intriguing. Try and get some of the good stuff while we're over here. Hello, boars! Come forth, boars. Right, let's keep an eye on health. We will be jumping over to these trees in a tick. Oh, their faith is increased. I might try and use some of our spells while we're at this as well. Book of Skill Exploring. Excellent. Who is that? Who picked that up? God damn it. Who picked that up? Right, this Chipper Chapper. We don't have a whole lot of faith for anyone now, I notice that. Book of Exploring. Only usable by a subject with the experience at level 3. Rare book. Exploration. Okay, Explorer experience plus 1 level. So it just improves you a little bit when the time comes. Actually, I think everyone's doing pretty good. This is a very strong team. Go to explore these totems. Excellent. Keep improving your experience gain. Oh, hello. I've not seen that flower before. What is that? Any poison affected has been removed. Nice. Antidote flower. So yes, as I was saying, we're going to build up this temple. Someone? You. Build the temple. And while that's going on, we're going to spend a bit of time exploring, trying to gain some new gear, trying to trying to get some goodies. Alright, I'm gonna run around with this entire map, and I will catch you all in a wee tick.
A new life has been brought into the world.
Hello, you useless child. Huzzah for child labor. That's the only bloody thing they're useful for. Right, you go forth, because all you do in combat is throw rocks. What did we gain? We didn't gain very much or much. Check the corpses. Check all of the corpses. Alright, we're moving on to the end of this mission. We've explored all of the map, gained an absolute shed ton. And is this a new Kiddlywink? We gained a new Kiddlywink. Come forth, Kiddlywink. The more the merrier. We're gonna have tons of you. Hot darn. This is a big old pie. Alright, might as well slay them all en route. What is wrong to survive starvation, so might as well make whatever use of you we can. We've also gained a fair chunk of equipment, you know, armor, such as the armor we just saw there, weaponry. It's been good. It has been good. Things have gone well. What is with this tree? How are you, oh, gaining his sanity. Marvelous. It's the sane tree. Better than the insane tree we're about to go and meet. Right. Right, I guess we'll, game bloody on then. Someone pick up the log, damn it. Ooh, someone please pick that up. Please, anyone. Scroll to food production. There we go. Right, I've managed to pick up all the goodies. Just took a little bit to figure out who the hell actually could pick it up. We still can't pick up this, unfortunately. We need to be, what was that, experience 3? We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it another day.
Do you even know what's ahead of us?
A river crossing?
Nurgle.
Yes. Which is also a horror's lair. It's known as Ardawen, and it won't let you pass without a sacrifice.
Sacrifice? We will wipe this monster from the face of the earth.
Killing a horror is not an easy task, sire. No one has attempted such a feat in years. We would need a great deal of experienced warriors to have a fighting chance.
How about a lot of new warriors?
It's much more than a monster. It's a sentient demon, conjured from the most vile souls that Veles could stitch together in the underworld. My magic has no effect on it. If you don't want to die, just comply with whatever it asks you for.
Or try a different path.
I don't want to hear about a different route. We'll follow the plan and give this creature whatever it desires, or kill it for all I care. It's the steward's decision.
Excellent, Nick Frost. Allow us to slay a horror. We could decide later and go ahead and explore the rest of the map, but we have finished. We are prepared. Sacrifice a child or accept the challenge. Nah, just kidding. Let's go ahead and attack. Ardawen, please wait. Steward, fighting a horror is a desperate act, or more foolish than courageous. These horrible creatures are created by Veles himself and aided with his godly powers. Incantations will do them no harm, and even a team of seasoned warriors is no guarantee of success. Are you certain you want to risk our lives in commencing the attack? What do I care? This is the final mission. Yes! Game on, my little minions! And while you're at it, let's perform some magic. So we won't be able to do anything to offend the enemy, but we've done a ton of damage. Holy crap. Oh my days, these guys are pretty darn good. Right, do we have anything that can heal? Haze. Nope. Illuminate. conceals your objective. None of this is sounding particularly good. Can we just make them more powerful? Battle cry. You. Excellent. One lone nutter. Oh, we are taking a lot of damage. Can I pull the archers out a little bit? I feel like I should. Pull back. Flee, archers! Knockout and revival. Losing all health is a knockout. The subject will die if not revived by another member. Turn around. Good Eidman. Oh wow, we actually did it. I was not expecting that. God bless normal difficulty.
Dear gods.
Who could have done this?
So many lives lost.
What is that?
Help me.
Get ready to fight.
It left.
What's happening here?
I don't understand it either. But we should leave immediately. He may return at any time.
I agree with the witch, sire. Let's hide in the woods and plan our next move carefully.
Death, leaving corpses around may affect your subjects' sanity and health. Move the corpses into a burial ground before they rot. Fair words to be remembered for next time. Unfortunately, that is the end of our run of Gourd. That is all they've allowed us to indulge in so far. Either way, that will have to do for today, so thank you very much for tuning in, and of course, until next time, as always, peace out.